The detour is actually the shortcut. No, I know it doesn't make sense. It does not make sense, but the detour is the shortcut. You guys, for those of you who are familiar with me, you know I walk almost every single day. And a couple of days ago, the Lord told me to take a different path. I woke up in the morning. He said, when you go on your walk, take this path instead. And so I'm thinking I'm just going to walk completely different from where I normally walk. And so as I'm walking, I take this path. It was beautiful. There were a lot of trees. The weather was just so nice. And I'm walking and I go down this street. I go a completely different direction and I end up right where I like to walk anyways. It brought me right back to that path. So yesterday when I walked, I went back to my normal path. I'm like, I don't feel like walking in that direction. But today, this morning again, when I woke up, God told me, take that new path again. God said, take that new path again. So I'm like, okay. I get dressed to go on this walk. I walk in the new path. I'm taking this path and I'm walking, walking, walking. And I look after a while of walking, I look over and I see this neighborhood and I see these homes and I'm like, ooh, I want to walk down there just to see what the homes look like. Mind you, I'm thinking I'm just going to go down there, come back up, and then walk 15 minutes to the neighborhood that I like to walk through. Right? So I turn in about 2 minutes and I get inside of this neighborhood and I'm like, why do their homes look so familiar? They look so familiar to the homes in the neighborhood that I enjoy walking in, the one that I walk in almost every day. And I'm looking and I'm like, So then I walk in more and then I finally turn fully into the community and I see the homes that are built. I see the homes that are in the middle of being built. I'm like, they look so familiar. It literally took me like maybe 40 seconds. Like I felt like I was in a twilight zone. Like it felt so similar. I'm like, I've seen this before. It felt like I was in a twilight zone. And then it finally clicked. I'm in the neighborhood that I like to walk in. This is the exact same neighborhood I like to walk in. I just got in here. I just entered from the middle of the neighborhood rather than from the entrance, right? I entered from the middle rather than from the entrance. And so I'm looking like, whoa, that's crazy. And it just had me thinking. A lot of times, God take us on a detour, and we feel like it's gonna be a long path. Because in my head, I was like, I'm gonna go look at these houses. I'm gonna come back up, and then I'm gonna walk 15 minutes to my destination, to the neighborhood that I like to walk in. That was my plan. But God is like, no, 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 no. I'm trying to show you, you're already here. It's here. The detour was the shortcut into into your same destination. And so this is what I have to share. The Bible says that man makes their plans, but the Lord establishes their path, right? And so many times we have a plan, we have a destination, we have a goal, we have a place that we want to head to. We have our eyes set on something. And on your journey to that, there are going to be times where God tells you, actually turn here. It's not going to be the traditional journey. It's not going to be the journey that you're used to seeing people take, that you yourself have taken before. There are going to be times where God says, okay, I need you to turn off of this path and turn here, go into this direction. And it might feel confusing because you know how to get there. You might feel like, oh, it's just a quick pit stop, and then you're going to come back on the path, and then you're going to take the long journey. But what God is trying to show us in this season is that there are going to be detours, but the detours is not to make the path take longer. The detour is the shortcut, right? They're going to Things are just going to be quicker on the detour, and it might be confusing and it might be painful. Like, why would you take me off the path? Why would you take me over here when you already know what is supposed to be done? It feels confusing. It's like, God, for real? But I'm trying to tell you, the detour is the shortcut. If he's telling you to turn, it's for a reason. It's not so that it could take longer. It's because the Lord, even though you've made your plans, the Lord is establishing your path. He knows the journey. It's like the maps, right? He has a bird's eye view of everything. He has this bird's eye view up here of everything. So when he's saying like, no, trust me, just turn here, it's going to be quicker. It's because it's a shortcut and he doesn't want you wasting all your time, right? That thing just had me like, the realization just had me like, what? Really? It was here this whole time, right? And so I started to realize why the Lord had me going on this new path. He was trying to give me a message. The detour is the shortcut. So I say this to you. If you are in a season, if you're in a season where the Lord is taking you on a different path, just trust and believe and trust him trust him and know in the fact that he knows the path that you need to take, and trust that when the detours happen, it's actually a shortcut. You guys, if this spoke to you, comment God's detour down below and share this with someone who you know absolutely needs this. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.